Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. Welcome back to Gundam Breaker 4, and today we are going to take on Kuro Cante of the Flame, the last of the Four Kings. Okay, and among our rewards for this will be a mustache, so fair deal. Let's go. I don't know why that amuses me, but yes I do, because we are going to, be rewarded with the mustache of victory while turning.
Of the Four Kings. His
Right.
flashy red mobile suit earned him the nickname Kuro Cante of the Flame.
Well, that and the red hair, I
Also
imagine.
called himself the leader of the Four Kings during the battle tournament.
They did not actually agree,
Makima
however.
didn't seem too happy about that though, so I don't know how true that actually is. However, from what I hear, he is known online as a true gentleman's gentleman who likes fair fights. So it would
Pressing X to doubt.
if he was actually the spokesman for the Four.
His chivalry seems strange, considering who he's working with.
I would say.
Fine by me if he wants a fair fight.
Nah, you can't trust guys who act like a gentleman. They'll flip on you like a switch.
You
Seems like you know an awful lot about this, Makima. Something you want to tell us?
No, I don't think he has the self-awareness for that.
I have no idea what you mean. Anyway, I'm just saying we shouldn't.
That was a
count
good
on
line
him
read.
fair.
Just like
He's still
that,
freedom
playing that off as quickly as he possibly could.
Either way, we know he's a skilled fighter. He'll be a tough opponent. I'll let you choose the team. Pick whoever you think would be best for this mission.
Okay, well, I am gonna go with Artal and Jin. I feel like Makima might get special dialogue, but also at the same time, I haven't used either of these two yet, and I did use Makima earlier, as I recall. So, well, yeah, a couple days ago. So, we will just go for this. All right, let's get out there and smash things up and see what we can do. I have a feeling we'll get a cutscene after we get the last key, unlocking the next area. But we'll see about that. Regardless, a couple of days ago, I'm recording this on September 21st, and a couple of days ago, the game got a patch of some sort. I don't think any patch notes were released, so I can't really say why or what it did, but hopefully it did, stabilize things a little bit. I need to check and see if Jin is spelled correctly yet. But yeah, I'm glad it's getting patches relatively quickly. I'm again, just like seeing this game get, support is always going to make me happy, just because, again, just like nothing as the thing I never really expected to see. Again, just that's part of that was probably just cynicism on my part, because, like I said, Gundam games did not used to have a super great reputation. They were not received particularly well. I feel like that has improved, thanks to, well, among other things, Gundam Verges and Gundam Breaker. So, and Dynasty Warriors Gundam. There was a good long time there where we didn't get a lot of Gundam games, but the ones we did get were all pretty decent. Dynasty Warriors is, well, it's kind of very much like this, but generally tends to be well received because it may not be the most sophisticated game in the world, but it's fun. Like, I don't know, this is going to sound dumb. Like, Dynasty Warriors is kind of a fact of life at this point. There's been so many of them, and it's been going around for so long. But I first encountered it on, like, a demo disc for PlayStation Magazine for Dynasty Warriors 4, which I feel like was the place where, like, the series really got into respectable levels of polish. The first Dynasty Warriors 2 and 3, which were the first ones in that format, which is why the numbers are weird between Japan and America. Yeah, they were a little bit awkward, a little bit jankier than the later ones, but just, yeah, 4 is about where the series really came into its own.
All teams
And yeah, it was just, you know, like, it had been a long time since I played anything like just that I had enjoyed that much at the time. I tend to be a kind of person who goes through, like, well, I think I've always struggled with certain levels of depression, to be totally honest. And just, sometimes when things get hard in life, I go through long periods going, am I actually still capable of feeling joy? And when the thing comes along that breaks through that, it is like the best feeling ever. Like in 2007, you know, not too long after Mom had the stroke, Gurren Lagann was the thing that just, like, you know, that is just such a, a joyously defiant show, and boy, was I in the right position for that at the time. Just, you know, sometimes when you're taking care of somebody who, you know, for whatever reason can't take care of themselves, you have to be ready to fight. And just not feeling overwhelmed and just, you know,
What's next?
watching something positive really did help with that. But man, yeah, I am just in full-on brain dump mode tonight, so... But yeah, that was one. I'm sure if I thought about it hard enough, I could think of others, but yeah, just, you know... don't get, like, too obsessive over the stuff that you that makes you happy, but just, oh man, just do take the time to enjoy it. Do take the time to, you know, treasure being, you know, something that just you enjoy that much. Like, you know, maybe, like I said, could be depression, could just be years of finally practiced cynicism, but just like some of, you know, the stuff that just hits you just right is always so nice. Yeah, I think, oh yeah, one of the other things that, one of the other experiences that just really made me, like, ridiculously happy is there is a very old theater here in Baltimore called the Senator Theater. And unfortunately, basically, it owed a lot of money to the city, and the city auctioned it off to some various well-connected people. But so for the very last day that the original owner of the Senator owned it, well, not original as in, you know, very first, because he married into the family of the people who originally owned it back in the 20s or 30s. Oh, sure, it's go good. Nice. Let's blow it up. But yeah, the last day that he owned the theater, he managed to get a print of the original Star Wars smuggled in. Like, I have probably told this story before, but it, again, just something that made me insanely happy at the time, so I will tell it again. Yeah, like, there is out there somewhere in private hands a print of Star Wars from 1977. It was an international print that used a manufacturing process called Technicolor dye transfer. And because of that, it does not fade the way that most film prints do. It is still a very, very good match for what it looked like when it was first released. And except for the opening crawl, which had been modified in 1981 to add the episode number, it was a release day print with all of the, like, little differences you may have heard about over the years, like lines that weren't there, little sound effect differences, things like that. Just absolutely gorgeous and perfectly preserved. And as far as I know, I think that may be one of very few, if not the only time it was ever publicly shown. And I got to be there for it. And oh man, like I said, just was in a vintage theater with fairly comfortable seats, watching the original Star Wars, not just mostly the way I remember it, but in a way that predates the way I remember it, having seen it on VHS primarily as a kid. That was a great experience. That was amazing. I wish I'd been able to convince some people to go along with me, but I went by myself. It was a free showing on top of everything else, and it was just amazing. And from what I understand, they managed to literally get away with it. Got it shown a couple of times and got out before anybody's lawyers could get involved and try and get that print out of private hands. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, contractually there are movie prints are not necessarily supposed to be owned by private collectors. They're, I believe, considered property of the studio. So yeah, just like they showed it, it stayed in the hands of whoever had gotten it over the years. People got to see it, and yeah, just marvelous. So I figure at this point, if I'm in brain dump mode, I may as well just embrace it. Besides, it gives me something to talk about to just let me go to, just, 5-star Cubily arm. Just, totally just kind of, what's the word, zone out a little bit for the mashy bits and see what I can get done. And now, the guy. Very red here. Yeah, this is an arena from the older Breakers. I'm pretty sure, I think this one goes back to Breaker 1. Mostly just Master Gundam in red, isn't it? Torso's something different.
You are more chivalrous than I expected. A worthy opponent.
Why do I feel like, I don't know about that.
Now then, let's begin.
Yeah, I don't know about this guy. I'm all for people who actually want a fair fight, but the fact that he's working with who he's working with leads me to be a little bit doubtful. Ooh. Alright, well. Alright, yeah, so now I'm going to get a little bit quiet because I'm actually going to try and see if I can take this guy down. Yeah, for this one, I am going to try to hold Moonlight Butterfly for the second phase. Wow. Took 3 ground breaks to take him down. Oh, and he gets a cutscene. Here comes the, yep, I was about to say, here comes where he drops the chivalry and just starts beating on us.
Did you think that was all it would take to defeat me?
No. Everybody else has had 2 forms.
You're good, but let's see how you handle my ultimate weapon.
Okay. I've got at least 3 ultimate weapons I want to throw at you. Oh, is that...
You really call this a fair fight,
that's Neo Zeong?
I'm surprised you'd stoop this low.
Let's take this fight to the next level.
Okay. Yeah, that's Neo Zeong. To be honest, I was kind of hoping for Grand Master Gundam, which is, of course, a combination of... oh, now this is actually thinking about it. This is big enough. I bet I can Moonlight Butterfly this into a fine paste. We'll find out in a minute. But, yeah, Grandmaster Gundam, of course, is the combination of Raven Gundam, aka Gundam Heaven's Sword, Grand Gundam, Master Gundam, and one of the best names, one of the best, most ridiculous names ever for a mobile suit, Walter Gundam. Never forget, Walter Gundam is real. Alright. Okay, all this stuff I've unloaded on him, and I have taken down 1 life bar. 1.5. Oh well, at least using the anchor does get me close enough to follow up with my melee combos. Alright. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that you not only have to have this gigantic Neo Zeong to fight us, but also have to hover way up out of harm's way. Well, kind of out of harm's way. I can bring harm to your way. I will certainly try. Okay, I think it is time. Oh, wow. I just realized that the background music is, I'm pretty sure it's the back... To a certain extent, it is just a slower version of the usual boss music, but I believe it's also one of the stage themes from Gundam Breaker 1. Let's try to see what Moonlight Butterfly can do to this thing. I feel like it needs a wider range of effect. Of course, it might have one if I had more Turn A parts equipped. Okay, well that was interesting. I guess because I hadn't touched down, it kept me in awakened mode a lot longer than otherwise. Okay, well, I don't think it was Moonlight Butterfly that did all that damage to him, but he is down to 2 bars, so... Oops. Okay, we'll launch this, and then after that... Oh yeah, I got the super armor. Alright, well... I do not mind just throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you. If I get a kitchen sink, I will throw it in your face. But Dragoon's out. Alright. Almost got him, I think. Like, if he lasts long enough, I will, you know, either Awakening or nukes will recharge, and then I've got him. Maybe both. But yeah, like I said, you know, for large bosses, it seems like the anchors are a really good way to get yourself up to their weak spots if you want to. Okay, and almost back to nukes. Ooh, doing a lot of damage right now too, so. Alright. Come on. There we go. And 1, 2. We're done. Unless he has a third form, which, you know. Nope. Wave 3 clear. Okay, yeah, that worked pretty well.
What? It can't be. I am the strongest of the 4 kings.
And?
I have no pity for false knights.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of figured he'd be one of the ones that was right for this one.
I won't accept this. I was supposed to win.
Well, too bad. And that will be the final key for us. Alright, so that means next we'll be attacking the fortress. Like I said, I'm going to do all my part combining before we do that. And, might change a few parts around if I feel a need. But, here we go. Oh, yep, we're getting another cutscene because we unlocked everything. At least I'm assuming. What do we got? Yep, the gate is open. Or it's about to be. Alright. I really do need to play the Mega Man Battle Network games again. I got the compilation they put out for the PS4. But just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Now, to assault their stronghold.
I've got a backlog of Gunpla. I've got a backlog of games. Like, I mean, at least I'm covered for entertainment. Not that this has stopped me from getting more. But... Alright, mustache acquired. And a turn A head, so double mustache success. We'll take it. And rank 26. V2 colors, Shining Gundam colors, Rising Gundam colors, Wing Gundam Endless Waltz, not bad. And triple S rank for everything. Alright, bunch of high rank claws. G-Self Beam Saber. Okay, Gan Beam Saber, nice. Yes, which apparently, yeah, it does have its own moveset. Weapon skill is Fencing Saber. I'm not sure whose beam gun that is, even, honestly. Something we fought, but probably something from G-Reco. Grenades beam rifle, which looks like a very dangerous suitcase at certain angles. RX-78 beam rifle. Gun cannon beam rifle. That's a good one. Yep, it counts as a long rifle. Not bad. And the Dovin Wolfs, which not only is a very large unwieldy beam rifle, but can actually plug directly into the suit to become a high mega launcher, I believe. Got a Turn X head that has very high level. Nice. And 5 stars. Char's Zaku. Char's Gelgug. Okay, it looks like they used almost, but not quite the same shade of red for those two. Again, head. Mass production Gelgug head. I like the little like curve to the top of the crest. That's nice. And of course, like I said, one of our celebratory mustaches. All right. Mobile Sumo Gold type. Mask Smack Knife. 5-star Goof head. Oh yeah, that's level 28 as well. Nice. Or head body. I keep looking at the profile picture instead. Level 13 Dom, 5-star, has the beam cannon. Kapul, Turn A arm. Okay, G-Self 5-star level 23 for the atmospheric pack. Perfect pack. Okay, well, there is a difference. I didn't realize that. Dovin Wolf arm and Cubile arm. Level 25 and 5 stars with some built-in skills. Tempting. More parts for almost everything that we had on the other side, including a ridiculous stack of Dom arms and 1 Gelgug S arm. Sumo legs, gun cannon legs, gun tank legs, technically, treads, and double Zeta. Backpacks, Sumo, okay, that's the Sumo's backpack. Kabakali, I'm not even sure how that attaches well. Double Zeta backpack. Dovin Wolf. A Turn A shield, which kind of looks like a fancier Gelgug shield to me. Always kind of did. Okay, more plastics. And, okay. Unlock function Shield Bash. Unlock function Evasion. Interesting. And extended activation for Hypertrance EX moves. That's like one of the first unreservedly positive cartridges we've gotten so far. Hit point recovery and parts lost. Awaken gauge increase over time. That's not a bad thing to have. And air dodge. Expand the functions of shooting mode. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I like that you can get parts that actually increase your capabilities. That unlock new like mechanics for the suits, it seems like. That's great. And the level cap is increased. And a new chapter is unlocked. Okay, so chapter 7 is fighting Fort Chaos. Well, since it's not just a boss fight, I guess we may do a quest mop-up before we move on to chapter 7. But, yeah, things are going pretty well. We have cleared chapter 6. Let's see. Okay, yeah, now we've got survival battles. Probably give that a try at some point too, just to see. But yeah, we've got quests up through chapter 6. We've done quests through chapter 4. The Arcade Gundam, the Gundam Legolas, the Nightingale, the Sumo, and the Pale Rider. Nice. And here we've got Tulgi's 3 Sword Impulse, Tryon 3, Dongjua, and G-Self Perfect. And the Pac-Man mission is currently still the only special mission. But, alright. I'm going to stop talking now because I've done 3 of these in a night and I'm hoarse. So, that's going to do it for now. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!